Welcome to the next video, and we're going to discuss Google Analytics, a guide for understanding and adding GA to a site. This is one of my favorite tools as it gives me the ability to really dive in. When you couple this with Webmaster Tools, there's a lot of powerful information that you can take from this that you can really get some direction from. You can also show your clients some really cool stuff as far as the success that you're providing them with. So let's go ahead and jump into a little bit about Google Analytics. It's a free, powerful website analytics tool. It allows us to analyze. It's going to let us look at website traffic, conversions, time on site, sessions, referral sources, behavior, and much, much more. It's going to give us the ability to find areas of opportunity, and it's going to allow us to show success and failures. One of my favorite things to do is to show a line graph from when we took over their account from their previous marketing agencies, and you see the organic traffic just shoot up. And some of my favorite things to hear is, wow, no one else ever was able to do anything. So what we're doing is going to give you that ability. So what you need to do for analytics, go to analytics.google.com, and you're going to set up a new analytics platform, or you're going to get added. Now, if you need to be added, what you're going to do is you're going to tell your client that you need to be added. And what they're going to do, they're going to go to admin. They're going to go to user management, and I would do it under the account level because we're experts, so we're not going to mess anything up. And then have them add the permissions in which you get everything, so that way, notify by email, you have the ability to go in, update conversions, use Google Tag Manager to update the site with certain types of tracking or updates for events, and it gives you the full ability to really make an impact, as well as add users if you have anyone within your agency, or if you're working with the virtual assistant that you want to bring in as well to view their account. Now, when you set up, what's going to happen is all it does, it really shows you a property screen, and being already set up, so it would just take you to where we'd come, and you're going to get something that looks like this. You're going to put your property name, you're going to put your default URL, you're going to put the view, and then choose your industry. Don't worry about a manual tagging unless you're advanced. Enable demographics. So if you save, you may end up back on this. Enable the demographics, enable in-page analytics, enable user metric reporting, and also add the search console, what we just set up. So what you'll do, you'll choose it, you'll select it, you'll submit, and then that'll be connected. And what that does is that gives you the ability to view in a little bit different report data for your site. So we see, this is the number of impressions that we've had over the past week and on what device. So now let me give you a little bit of a walkthrough on how to put it on the site. So you've got, let me go back to the admin, and you've got your property setting, and then you got your tracking ID. Now remember, when we were in and we're adding plugins, there's one called NK Google Analytics. All you need to do to get it on the site is take this tracking ID, drop it in here, put it on. Nothing that we need to do in advance. It's already set for Universal Analytics by default. Everything's in here. Nothing that you guys need to do. You want it in the head. It's something important to note, that you want Search Console, you want Google Analytics in the head, so that way when the page begins to load, it triggers that response. Because one of the things that we're also looking at is bounce rate. So if it's the last thing to load, there may be people that are hitting the site that we'll never know about, so we're not able to measure the time on that page because they may take off before they get there. So once you save that, you're going to start getting data, and the way to test is you send us test traffic. So you go to tracking code under property, and then you send test traffic, and then being I'm in incognito, it might not show. Open up on the side. Yeah, it's not showing. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. One from test traffic. So that's how you test to see if it's working. Now, each of these sections, let me open this up real time. You can get an idea of what's going on the site right now. So you can see there's one user. It's me. Source is a test. So I'll show you about sources in a sec. You can look at location, traffic sources. And this is the real time telling us it's a referral from analytics test. Look at events, content, audience. This gives you kind of an idea, overview, lifetime values in beta, cohorts in beta, your demographics, age, gender. That's why we turn that on. The interests, why we turn this on. So we get some more information. This helps us have a good understanding of, let's say that we're driving traffic from certain areas. We want to make sure that it's relevant to the target market and make sure that we're on point with who we're trying to target. An idea of the geo. Let's say we've got a local business that we're trying to rank in United States, in California, in Burbank. I guess I've been the one that's come here for the past few days. But let's open this up a little bit more. I don't know how much data we actually have. So you can see, LA, Alameda, San Diego. So we got kind of coming up for people throughout, but being that we're not ranking this in top yet, as we make it come up higher in search, we're going to start seeing West Hills, or if we go into Los Angeles, we're going to see Los Angeles. But you'll be able to identify what you're doing on your site is driving the right type of geo traffic. One of my favorite areas to look at is the channels, the acquisition channels. This tells me where traffic's coming from. So you get an idea of how they're getting there, right? Referral. So who's referring traffic? Some of this is going to be spam, like this 5 steps to startup, earn from articles. Like these are just people trying to game it. This is a search engine. This is more junk. So nothing coming in that I see that I like. Then another way to look at it is by source medium. You're going to want to look at, is it organic traffic? And showing that trend of increase. So ideally it'd be going the other way. Kids camel toe, that's it's interesting that we were ranking for that, but didn't look like it did anything for us. And then you're able to look at AdWords, Search Console, social metrics, campaigns. This is where if you're placing campaigns on a referral site, say you buy some ad space, you put campaign tracking in there, you can see what campaigns are working. Cost analysis behavior. This is our site content. We can get an idea of what is getting more traffic. It's usually always the home page. Then it's braces for kids. Now, what you want to look at is also entrances. So, 40 of the 49 page views were from the home page, or entered on the home page. 29 entered on braces, right? So contact us. So braces is getting some good page views, or entrance for page views, meaning when they rank, potentially when they rank on organic search, people are then going to braces. So it's telling me a little bit that kids braces is what people are searching for in the area. This page is being positioned. They're coming in through that. We got site speed. You can look through here to see what the load time is. Remember, when we're looking at hosting, we're more interested in TTFB, but at the same time, we want to get this as fast as possible. If you've got site search set up, you can see the terms that people are looking for on search. When they come to the site, we don't have that set up. Conversions, this is another very important piece in which we set up goals, right? So that way when someone completes a web form or they make a call, it's captured as a goal. And then you say, and hopefully they're tracking goals prior to you working with them. And then when you start blowing it up, you could just say, hey, look at, we've increased goals, we've increased web form conversions by X, we've increased calls by Y. Like, look how much better you're doing. Look at the traffic you're bringing, and then you can correlate that to whatever the revenue is, and then identify a lifetime value. And then there's some more advanced stuff that I'm not going to get into as far as the assisted conversions, because what assisted conversion or attribution path is that, let's say that you want to prove that people are coming in and they're converting through or they're finding you organically, but they're coming through another source because they're using social signups as a trigger to capture their information and engage with them on social more so than, and that's what's driving their purchase or their customer channel. Then you can say, look, their first point of contact was through organic. That's how they found out about us and doing that search. And then it was your social aspect or your branding awareness or your remarketing that got them back to the site. Because there's times where remarketing can help really make a big difference of when people visit site, you're wandering around, you're like, ooh, these people are still following me. Top of mind, I go, I convert. You should get credit for everything that you're bringing as far as value into the site. So that's how you set up Google Analytics and a high-level overview of the dashboard. And we'll look at this in future to drill a little bit further. And the next videos, we're going to do some more setups and hope you enjoy this. Got a good understanding. Get this set up, get added. Learn to understand Google Analytics. It's a very powerful platform that you can get a lot of value from. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.